Hello everyone, Sharpedo43 once again bringing you all week 9 of the NGDL. In this week we're going to be battling MrChabry and the Kentucky Typhlosions. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. We're going to be battling him. This guy is also doing pretty well in the draft this season, and this is going to be his draft. As you can see, his draft is actually, from what I saw in the doc, he actually seems to be having the same team from the very beginning, so that probably explains why he's doing pretty well. It's probably because he knows this team is pretty good. It is threatening, as you can see. It has stuff like Rabombi, Steelix, Palkia. Palkia is one of the biggest threats on this team, by the way, along with possibly Dodrio, because Dodrio can actually handle my Marshadow pretty well, given that it's a normal type, immune to ghost types, and if you run his Scarf, it can hit a lot of my stuff really hard, and just pressure my team really hard. So yeah, but we're gonna see what we can do nonetheless, and we're gonna actually try to overwhelm his team if we can. Also, this is my draft, by the way. Nothing has changed yet because, again, I still can't seem to find anything. But let me be honest with you, even if I could find something that I want for my draft, I don't think I can actually, how can I put it? I don't think I can do it without actually sacrificing one of my more better mons in the draft, such as Marshadow or Mega Sharpedo. Like, one of these two mons I feel like I might have to trade off if I actually try to get something else. Reason being is just because I only have one transaction, because the way transactions work in this league is based on the amount of money you still have left from when you drafted earlier, which in this case would be the points. And since each transaction is like worth $1 or some shit like that, I only have $1 because all of the money that I spent on the draft pretty much amounted to $129, and the amount that you get by default is $130. So I'm basically left with only $1, which means I only got one transaction to make. And that one transaction, after that transaction is made, I basically can't make any more transactions. So once I make that one adjustment, it stays that way until the postseason draft, which I'll get to when we get to the playoffs, if we make the playoffs, by the way, because we may not even make the playoffs, honestly. But anyway, I talked too much, by the way, didn't I? Yeah, anyways, we're gonna get into this right now. Poor MrChabry. I'm like keeping him like waiting, and I think we were supposed to also battle on Friday as well, but stuff was going on, such as folks being in the house and whatnot. But there was other things as well, but you know, I'm not gonna talk about that because that stuff's personal. But this is the team that we're gonna use for MrChabry. We're gonna include Mudsteel because, looking at his draft, he doesn't have a whole lot of mons that are airborne other than Dodrio, and Dodrio can't really do much to Mudsteel. Well, it can hit it really hard with a return or even a Brave Bird, but I have Registeel for that. So, and he doesn't have U-turn, so the Dodrio, so like they don't carry U-turn, so he can't pivot around. He would have to double and try to out-predict me or something like that in order to actually win. But anyways, this guy has a fucking Palkia on his team, so I know exactly what theme I want to use for this damn guy. Alright, let's see, where is it? I believe it's this one. Yeah, this one, okay. With all that said, let's get into the battle. Poor MrChabry, waiting for me to finish my stuff. Get to my guy. Not too much luck though, because your team is kind of dangerous, for my team anyway. Okay, so what did he bring? Okay, he did bring Palkia, which was what I was afraid of. He'd be crazy not to bring Palkia, actually. But he did bring Florges. He did bring Florges and Rabombi, so I'm actually super happy that I brought Roselia on my Marshadow this time. He did bring Absol. Look, if I play my cards correctly, Marshadow can run house to this team. I do have to be wary of that Dodrio though, because he did bring it, by the way. I was hoping he wouldn't bring it, but he knows that this is a very solid answer to my Marshadow. So, with all that said, what should I lead with? Would Rabombi want to lead and actually get rocks up? I don't think he'll lead Palkia though. I'd be surprised if he does. So I'm gonna lead with Mudsteel, because Mudsteel's banded, and if he leads with that Steelix, he's gonna take a freaking powerful Earthquake, and nothing in the world is gonna save him there. Although I do have to be wary of him potentially predicting the Earthquake and going into Dodrio though. That's the only downside. But we're gonna go into, we're gonna lead with Mudsteel first. Would be nice, but to get the rocks up eventually, because he has two mons that are weak to rocks, and the sooner I wither those things down, the better actually. As you can see, Mega Sharpedo would just not have worked in this matchup, honestly, because there's too many fairy types and there's too many things that don't get one-shotted by Crunch here, so I'm actually glad that I actually brought, I decided not to bring it here, and instead I brought Mudsteel, so here we go. Here we go. I don't know how I feel about that Palkia though. Stupid lie, by the way. That Palkia is what I'm particularly afraid of, because I realized today, or when I was team building for MrChabry, that Palkia actually has 100 base speed, which is like, what the hell? I thought it had 90 alongside Dialga and, yeah, just Dialga. I thought it had at least 90, if not 90, 95, but 100 speed is what it had, and I was like, damn. Okay, so obviously this is kind of bad, because he's actually going to lead with the Rabombe, which indicates clearly that he wants to go for Sticky Webs. I could just go for the Heavy Slam here. What would he switch into then? These things can have Energy Ball as well, which is another thing I'm particularly worried of. And I don't want this thing to take anything like that. I'm gonna try to get damage on this thing. I don't think Energy Ball KOs my Mudsteel. He's gonna get Sticky Webs anyway. I did bring Braviary, right? I think I had Braviary in this team. Yeah, good, because I need the Defog, honestly. Sashed, obviously. But now, here's the problem. Does he have Roost on this? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. He does have 2 Fairy types, which makes Dragon Tailing with Milotic a little bit difficult, actually. So, let's see. Do I want to switch into Milotic? Milotic is looking like the switch here, but remember that Energy Ball is still a thing on this thing. I could send in Gardevoir, or I could send in Braviary. I could send in Braviary as well, but I don't want it to take that much damage either. Milotic benefits greatly from this too. But I don't know what he wants to switch into after this, honestly, because I feel like he's gonna... We'll just go into the Registeel, honestly. We'll go into Registeel. Low-key, a lot of my mons are slow anyway, so... Okay, he goes for the Moonblast. Thank goodness I switched out and decided not to go into Milotic. Instead I go into this. There's a very good chance that he wants to go for the... Let's see. Okay, the Sticky Webs are only a big deal if I have to depend on Marshadow to take out stuff here. If I don't need Marshadow, these Sticky Webs are not necessarily that big of a deal, since Palkia pretty much outspeeds just about everything on this team, honestly. It really does. And Braviary isn't affected by Sticky Webs, and that's my Scarfer, so... Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Should I risk it? Should I get Rocks up? What switching would he bring? I'll just Stealth Rocks. Because the reason why I want to go... Oh, he's setting up Reflex. Okay, that is not good, obviously. Yeah, that's not good, actually. That is not good at all. Yeah, that is actually not good at all. I didn't even know these things could get screens, honestly. I thought this thing would be like an annoying quitter dancing set. But if this is what he's gonna do, then I'm just gonna go for the curses here, honestly. Steelix. Oh, okay, hold on a second. I know what he wants to do. I know what he wants to do. I know what he wants to do. He's gonna get Sticky Webs and Rocks. And that's not cool, actually. He's leftovers, okay. That's fine with me. But before he gets his Sticky Webs up, I'm gonna go into my Milotic just to get a free Scald off. Even if he goes into Palkia, like, it's not gonna appreciate a Scald. And if I get the burn, even better for me. It'll definitely be put on a timer, because I think his Palkia is gonna definitely be offensive. Oh shit, this doesn't have competitive. This Milotic was supposed to have competitive, and it doesn't have it. Oh god. That was the reason why I wasn't worried about Sticky Webs. Okay. This is kind of bad, actually. This was supposed to have competitive. Because I knew he was going to bring Rabombi. But this doesn't have... Damn. Okay, that's actually bad. This is actually really bad. And he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks now. Burn it, please. I don't have Reflect on this Milotic either, so, like, damn. Right as I don't bring the ideal, like, abilities or items or moves is when these people manage to prep me very, very hard. But, oh, well, what are we going to do? I don't know what moves this thing has, but in all honesty, I don't want these sticky webs here if Milotic can't benefit from it. So I need to find a way to get rid of them, honestly. This Braviary can't really do much to this thing. Okay. I don't know if he'll go for Earthquake, honestly. He could. Okay, damn. This actually got a little complicated now. Like, I want to go for Scald because he could go into, he could stay in and just go for more Earthquakes, or he can switch into Florges, but if he goes into Florges, what do I do? Do I send in Braviary? Well, we'll send in Braviary. It's because what I want to do is get rid of the Sticky West, so he's forced to put them back up again. I don't know if this is a good idea, though. Okay, he's going to switch out into what, Rabombi? Florges. Okay, he does go into Florges here. Okay. I could get rid of the what's it called? The Reflect War off, which is good. But if he has the freaking I'm going into this again. I'm going to this again. What would he switch into now that I'm here with this Braviary? I'm gonna defog. He might just go for a solid Moonblast, if not set up in my face, which is not cool. Okay, no, he's just gonna solid Moonblast me. How hard does this thing hit? I don't remember what this thing's special attack was. Okay, it does quite an amount, actually. Alright. Okay. Okay. I don't want to take a Moonblast on anything. Like, I want to switch into Registeel to just make him like... But he could also switch into Rabombi just to try to get the Sticky Webs back up. I'm gonna go into Registeel. He's gonna wish into something. Do I even have to imagine what he's gonna switch into? He's gonna go into Rabombi to try to like wish past it, honestly. I'm just gonna go for the Iron Hit here. Because he could predict me to go for rocks here, or even set up the curses. Otherwise he just, I don't know, I guess goes into something like Palkia or something. To which I have to immediately go for rocks afterwards. And hope he's, Palkia is not like a Z-move or something. He's gonna go into Palkia? Steelix. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's actually really, really bad. Okay. Yeah, okay, that was actually smart. I was thinking, what would he switch into? It would have to be Rabombi. That's the only thing that's weakened, but so is the Steelix. I didn't think that really, really well. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the rocks nonetheless. Just because I want these rocks, honestly. But now he goes for rocks. This is gonna be bad for my Braviary, because that means now I'm gonna get withered down to the point where... yeah. Okay. This is really, really annoying so far. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go into this, because this thing can take at least an Earthquake from this Steelix. And then I can hit it really, really hard with a Bandit Earthquake. I think that's the only thing this thing is going to be able to do, honestly. Just get rid of the Steelix and just stop it from running rampant, honestly. I dare you to go for that Earthquake. I mean, for that, I dare you to go for that Earthquake. Okay, I should take it decently. Especially if this is a defensive set, honestly. Yeah, I take it okay. And with stamina? With stamina, yeah, he's not going to appreciate anything, honestly. Although, what he could do now is sack the Rabombi. Sack Rabombi, and then he'll bring in Palkia safely. But no sticky webs, though. So we're just going to go for Earthquake regardless. He stays in for some reason. Maybe he has Ice Fang. Or does this thing have counter? Does this thing get counter? Oh no, he's just gonna Toxic like a mofo. But if this thing is on a timer, then honestly, I don't think I lose much just going for another Earthquake, honestly. Getting rid of the Steelix would be nice too, honestly. What's the worst that can happen? We'll just go for another Earthquake. Nothing appreciates this. If he wants to save the Steelix, he'll have to sack Rabombi. And I do want Rabombi out of the way so that he doesn't get Sticky Webs up anymore. Because Sticky Webs is what I'm particularly afraid of now that Milotic doesn't have competitive. If I had competitive, I wouldn't be too worried about Sticky Webs. But right now, because Milotic doesn't have competitive, it's definitely worrisome. Because I could still use Marshadow for getting a lot of KOs. If I can get rid of this Rabombi and this Steelix. Because once those two are gone, I think Marshadow can run rampant. Kind of, because Dodrio's still there. But as long as I can keep my Registeel healthy, I should have no problem dealing with Dodrio. He's going to stay in and let his Steelix go down, thankfully. If he goes into Rabombi, I think his idea is just to try to get the Sticky Webs back up one way or another. But I needed that Steelix out of the way, honestly. Like, there was nothing I can do. The Steelix was going to be running rampant, and if Florges is going to be wish passing into that freaking Steelix every time, might as well get it out. Plus, that Earthquake really hurts a lot of my team, honestly, so I needed that thing out one way or another. Rabombi I can still wall with Registeel, honestly, so that's not too big of a deal. He could try to substitute here, honestly, seeing how he sent this thing out right now. Yeah, he really could. He really could. I'm going to try to go for Earthquake nonetheless, because I don't think I need this Mudsteel for much now that Steelix is gone anyway. Especially since Rabombi could have Energy Ball, Florges can have Giga Drain, Palkia can have Hydro Pump, Dodrio, at this point, this Mudsteel doesn't have Recovery, so it's kind of useless at this point. Like, it doesn't have Recovery, so, and it can't really take any hits from Dodrio at this point after Toxic, so, yeah. Only reason I can see him sending in this Absolute on my Mudsteel is for the what's it called? Substitute. He does have Substitute. He's gonna go for it until I'm completely Toxic stalled. Yeah, but there's no reason for me to stay in, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna keep Earthquaking. I'll let him take out my Mudsteel, but he'll be withered down to the point where I can just take him out with Marshadow anyway, so. Knock off my Bandit. That's fine. Yeah. So, there was nothing I could do there. But now we can send in Marshadow right here. And it's true that he does have Rabombi and Florges, but Rabombi is almost dead, and Florges, yeah, it's kind of almost dead too, honestly, so. And Sticky Webs are not up, I believe, so. Yeah, because he never got them up, so. Just Sticky Webs. Okay. I don't want to overpredict, so I'm going to just go for the Drain Punch. He could go into Florges, but I have the Roselli Berry, so. If he wants to be that guy and switch into Florges, he can. I don't want to overpredict, though. He could stay in overpredicting me to go for, you know, Poison Jab. And I do think it survives, the Absol, I do think it survives a Poison Jab. Because it's not stab on Marshadow. He does stay in. See what it tells you? That's actually well, I Drain Punched anyway, so I get HP back, and I can probably still take a Moonblast from the Florges very well with the Roselia Berry. So yeah, get rid of the Absol. That's good. I'm still a little worried about the Palkia can do, because Palkia is still a threat. If it's a Scarf variant, okay, I think he definitely brings Dodrio here though, because Dodrio can be Scarfed. I feel like I'm gonna lose options for Palkia though, honestly. If his Dodrio is not not freaking like Scarfed, we could be in a good position. Okay, this thing takes rocks. He could overpredict me and go for Stomping Tantrum or Jump Kick to hit my Registeel, but Registeel is still relatively healthy and does have leftovers. My Lodic, on the other hand, is toxic, and I don't want to have it take any more damage, especially with the rocks being up, so I'm going to go into Registeel instead. I'm a little afraid of him doubling if he turns out to be Scarf with this and he's just baiting me to switch out into Registeel. I'm afraid of him just trying to come back and set up the Sticky Webs again. But again, I don't want to risk anything, so I'm going to switch out because I don't want to take a freaking... If he goes for Jump Kick, whatever. He's going to Brave Bird. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That did a lot. That did a lot. But this Registeel isn't defensive either, so... I already have rocks on my side of the field. Kind of tempted to switch out here, thinking he'll switch out. Because I don't think he'll want to stay in on a Registeel, would he? He could have Fightinium though. But if he has Fightinium, I just hit this thing really hard with a Drain Punch from Marshadow. Because I do think it does KO from that range. Not to mention my Braviary is also Scarf, so I'd be able to take it out. Okay. Because he could also make that hard switch into Palkia too. This is a tough one. I want to go for Iron Head, but what if he switches into Ribombee or Palkia? The Palkia is what I'm particularly afraid of. That thing will hit anything on my team real hard at that point. I'm going to try to switch in... I'm going to switch in Braviary and hopefully he doesn't... Okay, he switches out. Good. Ribombee. Oh. He sacked it. Okay, he sacked it. Ribombee was gone to rocks anyway. So... Was this a bad switch? Oh, and I forgot that rocks are on my side of the field too. I got rid of his rocker, and I still have mine. Three of his mons are out of the way, which is good. Now we have to find out if his Palkia or Dodrio are Scarf, one of the two. And that's where the tall order really comes in. Okay, I definitely need Registeel because it walls Florges and hits Dodrio really hard. So I think what we need to do right now is find out what kind of set this this Palkia is. Yeah, like what kind of set is this Palkia? Is it Scarf? If it's Scarf, we could have issues. But seeing how he brought Sticky Webs tells me that maybe not. So I'm gonna lock myself in the Brave Bird and I'm just gonna go for it right now. Yeah, I'll just go for it. I'll just go for it. Plus, I'm gonna go down to rocks anyways in the next switch-in, so it's kind of pointless. Good to know this thing isn't scarfed. Or maybe it is, I don't know. No, it's not scarfed because my Braviary is adamant, and this thing is 100 in speed, so... Okay. What's the... Gardevoir is not scarfed. Okay, no, it's not scarfed. Gardevoir is a different move, or a different set, unfortunately. Okay. Once this thing is out of the way, we're in a good position, honestly. I think I'm fine going into this. I'd be surprised if this thing actually turned out to be scarfed, though. But I don't think it's scarfed. He could switch into Florges now, though, in all honesty. I'd go for Poison Jab, but this is a Palkia we're talking about, so chances are he survives the Poison Jab. I could be wrong, though, but again, I think I don't lose much playing it relatively safe here. He's thinking about his play here, but I do think that he would switch into Florges, honestly, if anything. I'm kind of hoping that the Poison Jab from Marshadow is also a 2-hit KO. That way I can actually simply finish it off with 2 Poison Jabs, because he is going to in fact go into Florges right now. Or not, he's going to go into Dodrio instead. That's actually good for me, because then I can actually get some HP back. And this thing goes down, which was the threat to Marshadow in the first place. So now he's going to have to hope that my, what's it called, is not Roselia Berry. But this is what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah, I'm gonna Poison Jab this thing. Marshadow just got 4 KOs. Or, well, assuming I win this, because I don't even know if I'm gonna win this yet. This thing might actually be max defensive and might actually still be able to take 2 Poison Jabs after Rock, so... Because this Marshadow is Jolly Nature, not Adamant, because if it was Adamant, it would get outsped by Ribombee, which is what I didn't want, so... I'm gonna run Poison Jab right here. Oh yeah, it does a lot of damage. Big dick damage. I don't think with a crit I go down to this, do I? Thankfully not. Okay. Ouch. That special attack though. Thank goodness I have this Roselia Berry though, because I was afraid of him bringing both Ribombee and Florges. That was a possibility, especially since I've been bringing Sharpedo out as well. It would make my team relatively fairy weak. Okay, since I went for Poison Jab, well, at this point, I don't think it really matters what I go for. I'll just go for the Poison Jab again, honestly. Yeah, Poison Jab. Poison Jab every day. Yeah, there goes Florges. Jeez. That was a quick battle. In all honesty. Okay, this thing is gonna take some rocks damage. Just in case this thing is magically scarfed though. It's because I'm really paranoid. I'm gonna go for the Technician boosted stab Shadow Snake right here. And that should be the whole game, I believe. And we're gonna win this 4-0 again, which is nice because once again, that's adding into our differential in a positive way. So yeah. I apologize for the background noise, but my sister's home and obviously she doesn't come home every day, honestly, because she's out and about. So really, I can't complain. So but nonetheless, we're going to go for the Shadow Snake and take out the Palkia. This was Uber versus Uber moment right here. But thankfully, we got the better end of it. And we won as a result. 4-0. Which, once again, is pretty useful considering the differential that I need right now. Considering it's very low right now. Despite my my relatively good win-loss record right now. I'll admit that I'm actually amazed that I'm actually doing this well right now. Because, let me be honest with you. I'm actually kinda not feeling the Pokemon stuff at this point, just because I don't know. Maybe it's because recently I've been going back to the GameCube lately. Recently, not lately. Recently, I've been going back to the GameCube, and I've actually been having fun with the games that I've been playing there. And as for Pokemon, let's just say it's had its up and downs. But I mean, overall, it's kind of good. Plus, I kind of don't have hopes of winning this season either. Honestly, like winning the championship. There's already a chance that I may not make playoffs if I end up losing to the final 3 people that I have left in the season. And even if I did make the playoffs, there's a chance I could still lose in the quarter or semifinals either way. So I just don't think I'm not confident this time around, just because I feel like, I don't know. It's because I feel right now at this point I feel kind of unmotivated. Kind of. I have my reasons, which I'm not really gonna go into, because then otherwise people are gonna be super dramatic about it, and they're gonna be like, spitting it all over the place, and that's kind of not what I want. Not that I would care, but honestly, it's just I don't like the drama either, honestly. So, but with all that said, thank you all for watching week 9 of the NGDL. We win once again, which is good. Stay tuned for week 10 whenever we get to it. For now, just take it easy and have a good one.